We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
His first carry, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Smith, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Complete.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Brown. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Down.
4th down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Back at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14, Browns nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
5 yards.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check. Walk 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey. Tag. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tag.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Got a man, it's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphreys. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Flushed out right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's a give to Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Score Titans 20, Browns nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. It keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Ito Smith. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The stop made.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now Landry. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 9. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
54's mark, 54's mark. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch good, watch good. Watch 54,
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On the draw, this is Smith. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They go play action. Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Back to Brown, this time complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Landry now on the return. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Mayfield, and that's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On first down, Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The tackle made by Christian Fulton.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Let's get it. Here we go. Right here. 30. Play. Tight right. Hip.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up, and it's just...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we are grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, Mike's 50. Go. Go.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he can't quite pick him. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Brought down at the 20.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's just me.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play. And the Browns first down.
First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Rashaan Evans.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A.J. Brown.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Henry, the ball carrier.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
50's the money. Play. 50's the money. I got you. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're gonna get this. You're all mine.
Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mack Wilson able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be fourth down as well. Here's Brett Kern now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield rolling to his right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start with a give to Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
37-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Check three. Check left.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. give to Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tannehill getting it out quickly to Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans.
Prime time, baby.
And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 2nd down.
25-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Gain of 22 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Rip left, rip left. Hey, watch this, watch this. Hurry, hurry. Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
It's a gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Field's pass complete.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw from Mayfield. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Makes the score tight.
Extra point by Seibert up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now it's Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd and 12.
Watch tight end. Hey. We got 3. Tight right. 51 the mic, boys. 51. Play. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check safe. Hurry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Tannehill going to throw it. Henry's got it out on the left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 7-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.